So you start a stream by opening a can of Dr. Pepper very quietly and realizing it's not that quiet. How's everybody doing? This is the first time I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so if I'm talking to people you don't see in chat, I'm not crazy. I promise. Thanks so much, Esterman. I'm doing well. My headset kind of died, so we're kind of running at 50% right now. So I figured today's a good day to try this out. Uno momento, and we'll get started here in a second. I just can't turn that off. There's always something. It's always gonna be something to start a stream. All right, there we go. Yeah, it is. It's YouTube stream. It's different. I think everything's working. All right, so let's go through what they added real quick. I have some of it, others I don't. I hope everybody hears me in the game okay. You have game noise? Hard to hear. We hear it? Do you hear game though? No game noise. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a new patch. It happened to me yesterday when I was trying to record a little bit. I was having issues with this. All right, you do have noise. Should have noise. All right, let's get started. So, an American ground, they added a couple new Abrams, which I'm a little perplexed by because they kind of nerfed but also buffed Abrams. It's really strange. They changed some stuff with the driver viewport and stuff, I think. But what's kind of interesting is that I was looking at this and it's very baffling. So, to my understanding, is that Abrams are supposed to have like a double-walled turret ring. And so, like, if you look under here, it'll say thickness 50.8. And then you'll see the armor dimensions at point 134. So to my understanding, it's getting that 134 because it's double walled, so there's a 2 times multiplication happening. To my understanding, right? So you see that on this new guy, right? And then if you look at the M1A2 trophy, same thing, right? So both the newer, like let's say 2010 plus Abrams have it. And if you go to SEP V2, here's where it gets a little weird. Doesn't. Right? So M1A2, SEP V2 doesn't. See this? I don't know if there's anybody more knowledgeable Abrams around, but yeah. Okay. So it doesn't have it. Weird. So let's go to M1A to SEP V1. Doesn't have it, right? Now if you go to, I think it's M1A1, we go all the way back to this one. has it. So I don't quite understand. I'm not a Super Abrams expert, but I thought they were all pretty much the same. So I don't know why M1A1 has it. Some of the M1A2s don't. If this is on purpose, if it's correct, I have no idea. If anybody knows, I'm interested. I think they screwed something up here from what I can tell. Yeah, there's a lot of little issues to this patch that we're quickly noticing. Zoo, you want to hop in a custom battle with me in like 5 minutes just to show off wheels? So they can laugh at that, because I don't think they fixed that either, right? Anyway, this is kind of cool. I'm sad it's a premium, but M6A1 Predator. We'll be sure to do a video on this guy soon. Which is very similar to M60 we had in Tech Trade before, but I'm just happy there's a premium 60. Wish it wasn't premium though. Hummel will play soon. There's a little issue with the Hummel that I don't think they fixed yet. I haven't been on today yet, but okay, so you see how this shell right here just says ACBC, right? It's a 150 millimeter gun, but it says caliber 88 millimeters, right? And I'll talk about this on the video when I put it out if it's still there. That's a Sabo. So there should be a discarding Sabo designation on the end of this, and it should look like a discarding Sabo. So I don't know. I'm also suspecting this shell's not acting quite right. It is. I have a picture. I'll put the picture in the video. I'm not going to grab it right now for you, but there's a picture. We have a couple diagrams of the shell. But this picture needs to be upgraded, and there needs to be a upgrade to or update to designation, I should say. That's fair. That's another little issue. Not like game breaking, but it's just another little thing we noticed. I haven't ventured too much more into the patch other than that. I don't know how I feel about this, honestly. I don't know why it's 11.0, and I don't like that they're charging us price for it. Anyway. Moving on, next point. We'll do aviation next. So Great Britain got the Australian Abrams M1A2.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for 37 months, Hawkeye. How are you doing tonight? I mean, it's an Abrams. Does this one have the upgraded collar? I should say updated. It does. But is it M1? I don't know. I don't know. Does the premium one have it? Now we're just playing the game of the premium one doesn't have it. Or the squad one doesn't have it. I don't know. They're hurting my head with this stuff. Leopard 2 in the Japanese tech tree from Indonesia. Yeah, for everybody who's wondering what's going on. Yeah, so I'm doing a multicast to YouTube, and what I'm hoping is that when this stream is done, it'll auto-post the VOD to YouTube. Whenever I tried to rip the VODs from Twitch, it takes like 3 to 6 hours, and it downgrades the quality to like 720p, and it's really pixelated and just terrible compression. So I'm hoping that by also streaming to YouTube, which is a little chaotic, but I'll get used to it, that you guys should have a higher quality version of the VOD auto upload to YouTube for anybody who misses streams. Now, the problem is I'm trying to keep up with 2 chats, so I 100% apologize if I missed something. This is a lot. There's also this guy. I've not even test drove this guy yet. So M107 shell. Please don't tell me it's like 9.14, 15.3. It's another situation where we're gonna have to run. It's another situation where we're gonna have to run half and half again, and people are gonna lose their minds. What chassis is this thing using? Because they just took a tank and just plopped on a turret. This is goofy. So it's like an early OF40. And it just looks so weird on this. That's a spicy... That's a very spicy shell. Did they change anything with HE, or is this thing just like the Doomsday Cannon? Because the AS90 and the GPT-155 were not doing that. It's the extra 2mm of pin. A little bit more. Oh, Zoot's like, it's the British tech tree being suppressed again. They hate the Brits. New Leopard 1 for the French tech tree. I assume that is Belgium. Yep. I don't think Sweden got anything except this new AA. And the Israeli tech tree got the Hunter AFE, which I kind of want to just look at for a quick second. Is that a Paladin turret? I don't know what turret that is. I don't think it's a Paladin, though. So it carries 4 spikes, 1 reload, basically. Not a lot of movement to that missile. I wanted to see how much it will that curve back. Seems like every patch they change those things a little bit. How do I have some of the vehicles? I have a War Thunder content creator program. I can request certain vehicles if I make content on them. That's the only way I have them. Because this stuff's getting... It's awful. These premiums are costing so much. I don't know what they're thinking. F101C, I don't have that yet, but we can test fly it. That's such a cool plane. Hello, Lieutenant Sheeb. It is a big plane. It's really neat though how they model it. Like it's such a clean. Yeah, F4 and a F104 had a love track. It is such a weird. But like the air intakes being where they are, it's really ahead of its time. It's such a clean looking plane. High tail. Hello, default name. Rest of the boys, we're kind of, well, Six at, I think Six actually playing, soccer or football. He's in a league right now, I think. Or he's playing with friends. I don't quite know. He's doing sport things tonight. And then, Zoot is trying not to die because they don't have air conditioning in England. My headset's whacked up right now, so Retro's around, but I can't hear him. Kobe has to get up usually at like 4 a.m., so he's probably in bed. Mo is going out for a golf weekend. I'm going to see if I can think of where everybody else is right now. Jim is probably at work. Who am I forgetting? Thor's at work. This plane handles so well. Oh, that's right. They did put landing cables on the runway. I haven't tried that. I played Enlisted once or twice. Where's Starmling? He's probably being debriefed by the Soviet Union. Or he's stealing Soviet tank files. He's hoarding them all for himself. So where are the cables? Can you visually see them? That's them right there. Alright, so should I belly land it at high speed to see if it snags? Or should we try to do a proper landing and see if it snags? This doesn't even have a hook, so I don't know why we're questioning this. Let's go get a plane with a hook. That was such a dumb statement. You know what? Out of weakness, they sent me the F-14D, so I feel like this travesty in aircraft will probably be used once by me, and it's going to be used for this. Poor baby. They did you so wrong. Alright, we're going no wheels. What, snag on a belly lane? Alright. Lesson 1. Lesson 1. No, I don't think it worked. I think that would be called a failure. Let's lose. No, wrong button. Drop that. There you go. It should be, so the F-14D should be a tech tree aircraft. I've been arguing with people until I'm blue in the face about this, but in my understanding of War Thunder at the time was there were certain things that were like certain rules for things to be premium. One was that premiums were supposed to be prototypes, pre-production, or slow, weird things, right? Initially. And then they changed the rule to, well, it just can't be better than something. And God, I can't land. This is embarrassing. Let me complete my thought real quick before we land, and then I'll land. How about that? Then it was no top tier premiums. We don't want players to buy their way to the top. Then they started adding like the XM1 and now premium Abrams and premium this and premium that. And we have Leopard 2. Blah, 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 right? And over time, they've been steadily increasing the price of premiums. This is an $80 premium. Well, what's the problem with that? I think they think that since DCS gets $80 for their F-14, they should be entitled to their $80. I do not understand how they think that this one aircraft is worth the price of a AAA game title plus. Like, that just blows my mind. Anybody who buys this, it's just crazy. But also, if this was a $80 premium, like, let's say DCS, there should be clickable cockpits, super high fidelity this or that, right? The DCS F-14, you can have a buddy sit in the back. There's all kinds of things that's missing with this. But then, what like really pisses me off is like, okay, you dropped $80 on this. The turbine fans don't even fucking spin. The blades are just fucking sitting there. Sorry, I cussed. You got me upset now. There's nothing special about this. They basically very much took the F-14B
Bull. I
model.
have 1,316 waffles in my car right now. Would
What?
you like some?
I don't know how to respond to that. Anyway, it's just $80 just seems absurd for so many reasons. The F-14D was a aircraft that was used in the Global War on Terror. This was deployed. This was used. And I think it should be a tech tree for numerous reasons. I have no idea how, by their standards, this is a premium at that price. And it's such an iconic aircraft, especially for people my age, that they purposely paywalled it, thinking that people would chuck $80 at their monitor out of nostalgia. If that's an unfair take, then I'm completely out in left field. I don't know. I don't know how some people are okay with this. Yes, Gaijin gave it to me. I won't be making content. This is the only time I'm flying it. Until there's a tech tree version added, I sadly will not be doing anything on the F-14D, even though I want to so badly. Because I won't promote this thing in a video. $30-40, I would agree more of that price, even though that's still expensive, but 80 is just criminal. Criminal. It doesn't sound that great. There's visual things with it I don't like. Also, I feel like that was a pretty okay landing for a naval aircraft that keeps blowing off its wheels. So I don't know if that was too hard. I didn't feel like that was too hard. Yep, we're streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. Because of the weight. It probably is because of the weight. I mean, that for a full afterburning F-14, that doesn't sound... Alright, I'm going to digress. I'm going to move on before I just spend the rest of the stream just complaining about this. If you're willing to spend $80 on one of these, I'd get the F-18 over the F-14 personally. They're two completely different playstyles, though. The F-14 you can play kind of a couple different ways, but the F-18 is more of a balanced aircraft. It's a little slower. But I would not spend $80 on it. It's not it's not like, unless you're up here and you have all of them and everything, like I wouldn't do it. The top tier air looks fantastic. It was more fun during the April Fool's event, but with the M120s and everything, it's not a great experience, especially for newer players. I would not wish this on any newer player to come into a game like this and buy a 13 or a 12.7 and try to learn how to survive against M120s. I feel like I'm getting very preachy, but if you do, yeah, if you do use the Philly coach, hush, Rusher, hush. Can we get to cool aircraft now? Can we get the stuff I'm excited about? So I did a video like 10 years ago. I'm not even kidding. Talking about how ridiculous, how just absurd it would be if they ever added. I don't even think they made a prototype of this thing. It was just a drawing. But when they were coming up with a new ground tacker, it was like this and the HS-129 were the two main competitors. And this thing, just from the drawings, it was so absurd. I think there might have been a mock-up. Look how ugly this thing is. It's amazing. This was the competition to HS-129. That rear gunner. I mean, those two are basically, yeah, they're on top of each other. When I say M120s, I mean basically all BVR missiles. I'm just using that as a generic term. Because most people aren't familiar with the other nations, you know, equivalents to those. If that's fair. I always try to just simplify things, so I'm not gonna, I just don't want to list out the 6 missiles. You hear that BTR engine noise? You know, this thing actually flies pretty decent. The question is, do we make a air RB video of this thing or a ground RB video of it? Thank you for 69 months, Boozer.
In chat.
Alright, look at that antenna. Look how big, how low that antenna is. I'm actually really surprised by how well it holds energy. Because the HS-120 doesn't hold any energy. This thing is just floating. Look at that though. Like, I'm turning, right? Sustained turn. Look at my airspeed. How am I'm gaining speed in a turn. These wings are amazing. It's going faster in a turn. This is amazing. It's so wrong, but yeah, I'm so happy with it. I mean, it's like a kite though, with a huge chunk of steel in there. I don't understand this. Oh, that's awesome. All right, and then There she is. We gotta create a custom loadout for this thing. It's so goofy. We'll have to land this so I can try it. Hello, Nate. I like the cockpit for this a lot. Yeah, I don't know why they're charging extra $10 for this. It's a cool plane. I don't think it's like anything. I mean, it's greed, MJ. Asking for the extra, I mean, like price is saying $10 more than every other plane in the rank. It's greed. This is a plane I would love to use like DCS or ARMA. Like, the visibility is just amazing for what it is. Turboprop tax, is that what it is? This plane has ejector seats? That makes sense for, yeah, it does. This isn't DCS? I like it a lot though. It's a lot bigger and a lot louder and a lot faster in the OV10 though. What battering would my poor Bronco be if they ever added it to this game? I keep trying to hit air brakes that don't exist. Even when throttled down, this thing is so loud. Turbines still be spinning at high RPM even though you're not putting on power. I want to try the rocket real quick. That's why we're landing. Good grief. Then stop telling me to press 9 again. Like, I love this tutorial. What's there between a turboprop and a normal prop? You hear how loud this is? You see in the X-ray, you see that right there. You see what those are in the wing.
Thanks trying the stream too, as it will be so much easier to watch the VODs. I'm melting without AC, so CSR and he sleep, which is why I get to watch live. Bot glove.
Hey, for 85 months. Sorry, Matt. I don't know why the things aren't popping up on the screen today. I'll have to work on that later. So yeah, those are turbines. It's a propeller hooked to a turbine. It's a dark magic. Hello, Sean. Do you have the Act 130? I do have a... Probably. We're getting there. That's next. It's gotta be patient, Timmy. We'll get there. We're going through all the trees. I'm not gonna mess with the bombs, so I'm just looking at the planes. That's a Serbian plane. This thing's actually OPing? How? Explain. Oh, that makes sense. Wow. Sorry, I know it has a lot, but that's just ridiculous with all of it late. That's like one of those pictures the Air Force does for like the for the A-10. Oh, that's wild. Golly. Oh, that's funny. So, when are we doing this thing? These are Hispano what's on it? Good question. Mark 2s? Mark 2s. It looks so wrong. I'm sorry. She looks cursed. Like, it's just, it's not right. No, I was never in the military. You L-39, I don't have that. We're gonna work okay, just go through the rest of these and see what's in the air. JH-7A2. That guy's kind of neat. Shall I show them the first bug before we get you in here, Zoot? Thank you so much for thinking so super salty, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Another vegan. All right. So let's start with the L-39 issue, because I think that's still a thing. I don't know if the hot patch came out today, but you guys will appreciate that. Well, you know that minute-long sub you had? With a sub, you don't have to see it anymore on Twitch. Sorry, there's the ground. I couldn't see it, but yeah. Yeah, you just kind of just fly through the trees. There was a hill in there somewhere. It's only for certain jets. It's the L-39 and a couple others. We haven't found all of them yet. Very silly though. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that got past QC. The bigger issue, holy cow, thank you so much for taking a sub, Storm. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Let's get a custom battle up for Zoot here. Type in some gibberish. Is Zoot on? Is on. What country has the most interesting wheeled vehicles? Thanks so much, Gabriel. Appreciate that. Italy? I'll do Italy. If you want to go British, I will go Italy. How about that? I just want to filter by like armored cars. A BTR-80, we definitely need that one. There's a person honking their horn outside my window. Appreciates it. Okay. Thanks so much for getting subs, Josh. You guys are way too generous. Thank you so much. Hey, but I'm watching your videos for a long time. I want to say thank you. Thanks. My dad and I used to watch him before I left for the army, and now he still reminds me all. Thank you so much. Glad you enjoy them. You just want to meet in between A and C, sir? Oh, yeah, we gotta look at that too, Sheep. Thank you for reminding me, because I haven't messed with the terms 3 yet. Thank you so much for that good subs, Boozer. Just giving away subs today on Twitch. Thank you so much, guys. I think that and Zoot can jump in real quick. I think they had an APHE shell for the Firefly, but you are kind of correct. The British just used a lot of solid shot because they kind of realized quickly that, well, A, you can make solid shot a lot cheaper and easier, but also most tankers, when they take a hit, especially in World War II, they would just bail the vehicle. Once somebody smacked you with a 17-pound shell and you saw daylight, you're out. Alright, well, it's not what they changed, it's what they broke. So, Mr. Zoo, go ahead and break off all the wheels on my right side, if you will. Don't kill me if you can, just break wheels. Okay, so look. So you saw him clear as day shoot that right wheel. It's gone, but it's still there. So now we're hopping. This is gonna get worse. Zeus not in here with me. I don't have working things. Hold on. Oh yeah, and the rear left is gone. You see this? So on the damage model, it says the wheels on the right side are gone, but all of them from the left are gone. And then if we drive, the 3 on the right are just stuck in place. Yeah, keep breaking wheels. We'll see if I can keep driving with no wheels. All right. Okay, we're good. We're good. Now we're gonna put him back on. Or hold on. Do you mind hopping in Discord for a second so they can hear you? Thank you so much for getting so smart. I appreciate it. People when they hear your sweet British sultry voice. Well, let me make sure they can hear you. There you go. All right, everybody should hear
you
now.
all hear me? Right, shoot my back right wheel or back left wheel.
Hold on. So we repaired all the wheels, chat, but the front right one's still gone.
Yeah,
Also,
it won't come back.
Also, can you hear Zoot? Okay, you hear him. Awesome.
So if you destroy my wheels...
I can't even aim down that far right now. Hold on.
Okay, do you need me to come down into the dirt?
Well, the other problem, though, is even though I'm quote-unquote repaired, look at my gun sight, chat.
Did you by any chance try driving before you repaired?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm jiggling.
I know.
Which tire? Which wheel?
Just one at a time. Any of them.
I would love to, but I'm. You know how hard this is right now?
Oh, I know. I went for the same thing. Right.
I love how I shoot the back left when I see the front right one.
Oh yeah. Now for the next one. I'm just going to keep wobbling to stop the repair.
This is all-wheel vehicles right now in the game.
Yes, it is. That was the engine. I'm going to have to repair.
I'm sorry. Jiggling.
Oh, it's fine. I know.
Why did that one actually break off that one that time?
Because the wheels don't work. They're all wrongly mirrored. Try the machine gun. It's less likely to kill us.
Okay. So jiggly.
Okay, I'm repaired.
Okay.
Excellent. And then the next one's at the back again, please.
This is so hard. This is so hard.
I know.
That wheel. Look at that wheel.
No. And then I need the one at the... Hey, 1 second. I'll turn around.
You shouldn't be able to drive like that.
I'll wait until you see what I can do in a minute. Front right one, please. No, it doesn't look like there's one there, but there's one there, trust me.
I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard to...
Yeah, so if you don't shoot for 5 or so seconds, it does
I know.
stabilize.
But also, it goes high again, and I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it gets really excited when I shoot, and I gotta let it come back.
That was the transmission, unfortunately. Here's an idea.
Let me go get a different
Refresh.
vehicle. Let me go get a different vehicle. Let's get something new that isn't having, you know... I don't have respawns on.
Yeah, I kind of saw that.
We're still in a hide and seek setup.
Yeah, I understood. I'd bring the R3 because that one's quite amusing.
Let me turn on respawns. Thank you so much for 25 good subs, Matt. Holy cow, dude. Thank you.
That is very generous.
That is awesome. That's a good dude. I don't know why Star Matt's still awake, though.
The heat is probably getting to him.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
I know.
right.
I know. People feel like I beat up on Gaijin every time they put out a patch, but I feel like. Can I just say this? And this is legit my internal thought when I saw this all. Right? Are these bugs the biggest thing in the world? No. And hopefully they have this fixed by tomorrow or Monday. Right? I think we can survive with this until Monday. Right? I mean, it sucks. There's new patch. People don't play things, but this isn't like wrong vehicle. Though I gotta stop getting my thoughts. And
Oh, it's fine.
Again. My point though being, with all the criticism that they're currently taking, justified criticism, with all the pushback right now they're getting, you would think, hey, maybe delay the patch 48 hours and do this correct. You know, I don't understand. There is no holiday. There is no, unless it's like they just want to hit this stuff while kids and people are out of college and high school or whatever, but I just don't know why they just want to take a week and then just... Do they need more playtesters for these patches? There's a dev server, there's obviously... They do, this wasn't broken on a dev server to my knowledge, right?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
So, there needs to be another round of testing between dev server to production patch.
My theory is they knew the summer sales were starting today, and they wanted to jump at the wagon of that.
But the new vehicles aren't part of the summer sales.
No, but the old ones are discounted now. I'm behind you, by the way.
Yeah.
On the outer road.
Again, though, it's just greed. I'm gonna keep saying that word today, but it's just I don't.
Yeah.
There's no long-term or mid-term thinking.
I'll be honest with you, right now, I'm loving the fact that there's a sale on, because the Terminator's on sale, and there's so many people who do not know how to play it, coupled with the recent nerf to it to make it a bit more realistic.
What am I breaking?
It's fun. Wheel, one at a time. Excellent. Excellent. And then the other two, if you don't mind.
I didn't expect you to, just...
Collapse? Yeah, don't worry about it. And then the front one. I must go, my people need me.
I don't...
Oh, you don't like this?
I don't...
Hey, stay still.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I can't drive. No, I can't drive.
Oh, you should be able to.
No. That's you.
Hi, it was working yesterday.
Oh, wait.
Guess they might have. You should be able to.
I'm sliding.
It's probably because you're on the dirt. You can't turn. You can only go in a straight line forward and backwards, but you can move without wheels. It's stupid. It's silly, isn't it?
I don't know what to say about this. Here.
Oh yes, engage the... Oh my god, it is actually working. Now you truly are a baby shark.
Come on.
There you go. See, you're now moving.
I can't turn though.
No, you can't. There's... Try going down the hill there. That might give you a bit of speed. Oh, you'll also notice that my wheels are now showing again.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I'm still grinding along the floor.
Alright. We're good on that. That's so broken.
Do you want to see the impossible armor?
Sure, well, okay, what do I do?
Go and spectate the new Chinese AA.
Why is there more?
Go into armor view and hover between the guns.
Huh.
Interesting, isn't it?
Thank you for 525 bits. We very appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know.
It's not really game changing, but
Yeah, but still,
kinda is.
it's just another little thing.
Yeah, it's just another little thing. Um, so the Abrams ammo, currently the new one, doesn't do anything to internal components or ammo itself.
The M82983 show?
Yeah, it currently doesn't do anything. The fix is already on the dev server, on the test server internally, should be pushed out tomorrow.
Again, this was one of the big new things, you know, that people like. This is what I understand. Like, this was the. We will in a second, Chief. I got you. This is one of the big new things. I don't know why it can't be. That worked there.
Yeah, shoot the other side where the ammo is. Or straight through the left
I know.
hand side looking at
yeah,
it. And
I'm still testing to be fair.
Yeah, it should.
It is just going straight through, but there's no spalling.
There's literally nothing, yeah.
I'm watching it just like dig its way through.
Yeah, it just doesn't fall at all.
I mean, it's still killing them, but it's very the round. It's not breaking.
Yeah, they're aware of the issue, and that one they are looking at fixing, like I said, tomorrow.
Look at that thing. It just punches clean through.
Yeah.
That's kind of
comical. If it hits any ammo or any fuel
like
or anything like that, it just doesn't do anything.
Look at this. This is hilarious. It doesn't break up at all. You just see the whole fucking tungsten or whatever it is made of just cut its way through. This is what DoD wants you to think UD does.
There was an issue with the A6 M1. Basically, it lost the entirety of its armor, but that one was fixed very quickly.
Yeah, how many tanks can we shoot in a row with that thing?
A few, probably, depending where you aim.
46 M22s lined up side by side. All right, we got to test something because this has been the big question. The Term 3 did get its update, right?
It did indeed. It is now 3-axis stabilization.
What am I making weird noises? Sorry.
For the record, everyone, it is currently on sale through the Guardian Summer Sale. If you wish
War
to
Thunder
pick it
affiliate
up,
link. Wink, wink.
there is a War Thunder affiliate link, yes. There we go. Thank you, Russia.
It did it. I saw it.
Yeah, it does now. Yeah, it actually tilts.
Ah! That's great. It's so eerie because, like, the tank's leaning. Okay, we maxed it out there. The tank's leaning, but for the most part, the sight. That's funny. Look how straight on that is, right? And look how lopsided the tank is. That's so funny. It looks so goofy like that.
It's a nice touch, though.
It is. Well, I mean, they were charging a premium vehicle that this was a specialty thing, and it didn't have it. Like, all right, I can't drive. We all do that though. All right, I'm gonna play some matches. All right, thank you for the help, sir. I will catch you later.
No problem. Enjoy your matches.
All right, what should we start with? Air or ground? We have Hummel. Which we'll try to do a video on first here for you guys. 18C? No, I think we start with Ground Rusher. You're the only one to ask for anything, Rusher, and we're not listening to you. We're not with Hummel, we'll go Hummel. I was poking fun at Rusher. Full flight next. This is why I'm starting an armed revolt in this chat against... Yeah, see... For the people on YouTube who think I'm just mean the Rusher, that right there is why... Why? You see that? Now he's over in the other chat trying to start problems. So you know what the funnest part about getting this whole dual stream thing to work was that it is a it's an OBS plugin that's built very well, but it was designed for Japanese VTubers, and it's evidently the best plugin for this, from what I read, and it's free, but everything's in Japanese. It was very fun to figure this out last night. We're dual streaming on YouTube right now. I should have fired a hair second sooner. I was waiting for a better shot at the front plate. Have a good night, Sheep. I watched a couple guides too, Cannon Fodder. That helps. There's a guy on YouTube for everything. So to my understanding and knowledge is that this Lengthened Panzer IV chassis that's used on this thing is also what the Brumbear is plopped onto. Alright, but... No, I said the chassis. I'm not talking about the armor or anything, Andrew. I'm talking about the actual physical chassis. What bad things happened here? I don't know how to set that up, Darslacker. There's probably a way. This is a assault gun. It would be in it'd be in support divisions with things like the Brumbear, and it was meant to assault bunkers and positions. Used a little bit, I believe, on like Normandy and the Western Front, but apparently in the Eastern Front, they were like Battle of Kursk and so on. They're kind of everywhere. There's like 200 of them. That hurt. There's like 200 of them, and they went everywhere. But they were just kind of spread out through units at support. But it's mostly direct fire. That is a Stewart. Alright, let's get on this match. Well, they had other German vehicles though for indirect fire that just aren't in the game. I mean, I'm sure it could do it. There's no reason that the 150 couldn't do it. But there were dedicated artillery pieces that they also had that aren't in the game. But there was a lot of like, its doctrine we're kind of slowly heading back towards where it's, instead of sending a bunch of infantry to assault position like pillboxes or a defensive line or a building, when you can just lob a 150mm HE shell into the side of a building or a bunker, it's going to make it much easier and a lot less casualties to assault. Why the Russians had the ISU and SU-152s and the 85 mils and so on, 122s. Americans had the M4A3 105. The what else did we kind of use for that role? British had the Archer. Yeah, Churchill Petard. That's what the Sturm Tiger is. The Sturm Tiger is just a bigger, meaner version of this thing. Ridiculous version of it. They were so. That's. I mean, World War II happened so quickly too. It's crazy, but after World War One, they were absolutely going to do everything in their power to make sure that a stalemate did not happen between defensive lines. So if there was any weapon that could help break or smash a enemy position, they were going to do it. That's why we developed the T-95. Like, yeah, T-95 was meant to take out bunkers. We went a little crazy on that one. So Tortoise is different. The Tortoise was a completely different idea. And the reason why the Tortoise has like 2 machine guns and the setup it has, Renault, was the idea was if you put a Tortoise at the end, let's say you're assaulting the street with infantry, right? Sorry, I'm so sorry, people. Let me get out of their way. So let's say you're assaulting a street like this with infantry. If you plop a Tortoise down right here, it's instant intimidation and suppression for the rest of the buildings, right? And then if you see a guy with a Panzerfaust or a sniper rifle or machine gun up in that window, you just lob that gun up there and you take out the target. No enemy armor, no machine guns, no snipers. The street's locked down. It was actually not a... It's kind of how we sometimes use the Bradley. That's a loud explosion of a T-34 giving up. I also don't know if I want to follow this rim bear. Correct, Slacker. Have you done the Big Lorraine on video yet? The Big Lorraine, like the 155? Yeah, I did a video on it once upon a time. Bear and I made a joke saying that they would fix that thing the day after we made a video on it, and they did. When I initially did that video, the vehicle had no gun depression. It was always at 0 degrees. Which meant, what? I aimed a little bit too far back on him. So essentially, I always had to make sure that I was on a slight downslope to be able to fire. Because like right here, If I was like this, I'd be pointed 5-10 degrees up and I couldn't shoot. So you always had to aggressively drive more forward to make sure that you're facing downward so you could fire. The day after we put the video out, they added like -5 degrees of gun depression. And you could actually play it normally. Go back and watch that video. It was a pain. It was a struggle. That was all. I'm glad they're all shooting him. Oh god, it's coming back already. That's a good hit. Good hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Load, 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 load. So the net does move, but it clips into the vehicle and it kind of drives me nuts. And I don't know if I'm being too picky about the collision of that, or am I just... I don't know, like, am I being a boomer for not what, you know? Like, I see that, I'm like... Ugh. Something so cool, but yet... The net is cool, I'm just saying... It'd been a nice touch if it didn't clip into the side of the vehicle. He's gone. Come on, KV1, I'm here to help you. We're gonna survive this. No, we're not. Come on, load. Load, 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 load. Mistake for not killing me. Alright, repair him. I like the look of the net. It looks lived in. Oh my god, it's here, chat. Have a good night, default name. I guess the question is, if I'm gonna keep multi-streaming, should I put a chat window on the bottom right of the screen so that you guys can see each other? It'll take up some of the screen. My only fear is, I'm not saying somebody would do it, but if there was a situation, because I don't really have any Twitch or YouTube mods per se, except, you know, Solar and Gurren. And my fear is that if somebody posted something on one or either of the chats, it wouldn't be isolated to that side, it'll pop up on the actual stream. So I may need some help with just, you know, that. That's a hurdle we can figure out, though. Not seeing anything. Hey, but you're gonna ever fly the MiG-15 or MiG-17? I did MiG-15 a little while ago. I haven't done per se content on it. I need to at some point. Even if I just do a history video on it. I've been doing some reading about American MiGs, which is a thing. So it is YouTube partner. I just didn't turn it on because I haven't figured out how yet, Darkslacker. The first challenge today was just seeing if it worked. If I could stream the two things at the same time. I used to work in IT, Darkslacker, so my brain works as test to see if multi-stream works. Awesome. So then I'm gonna work on getting you guys set up with everything else, and then we'll just slowly keep implementing feature. You know, every time I stream, we'll probably just implement a new feature and then just try it and see how it works. Just take it slow. In the past, when I try to like build everything at once, it all kind of blows up, and then you're frankly trying to rip everything apart and figure out where the bug lays. Today was just kind of a test. The enemy team is just gone. I know it's very silly, but I'm still surprised by like how fast and nimble this thing is. Like, you see how it just jumped that? It's kind of silly. Also plane. The most ridiculous anti-aircraft gun. So it's a 150 millimeter Sabo. It's an 88 packed inside of a 150, if that makes sense. It's a Sabo. The picture is wrong, but it's APCBC-TS, they call it. Yes, they took an 88 millimeter shell and then made a fitting for it to fit inside of a 150 gun. Well, Real Guard's correct on that. Shall we just take this out in air? I might just instantly die. I have no idea how this thing's gonna do in air. It adds a ton of velocity. When you pack that much powder into a smaller object, yes. That's why every tank uses Sabo today. How much powder can project the smallest projectile? It's not. What is the pin difference? Okay. I don't understand how this is supposed to be ground attack when it only carries 450 kilogram bombs and doesn't even have a 20 mil. I don't know. this this thing's so it's so ridiculous. I have to laugh. Can you imagine trying to fly this thing in sim like this? Hello, claustrophobia. Oh, there's not even a piece. You know what my brain immediately pictures? 20 mil hitting that front piece of glass, going through, decapitation out the back. There's normally in these attackers or bombers a piece of armor for the headrest so that if a round comes through the back and kills the gunner, it doesn't immediately whop the pilot in the back of the head. MiG-3s. Alright. No, this is 100% just because it existed. This is, in my mind, this is one of those collector aircraft in the game. This thing, there's like, if you're buying this for like gameplay, no. This is one of those, you know, it's like the TB3. The TB3 is more useful though. We're getting an air kill though. I'm sorry if you hear dogs barking. There's a dog right happening in the house. They are so unhappy right now. No, what probably has happened is, it's not because of the plane being too ugly. What probably happened is that one of the dogs looked at the other dog's food bowl and is being told off about it. Also, that 109 is taking my fun away. No! Don't do this to me. Got him. Somebody put the fire out. That, we're good. Indestructible. Small issue. No issue. This thing's ridiculous. It's just the fuel cells. Yeah, so we're good. We got 14 minutes. Set up the fuel burnout. So they're adding the normal FW1A9 to IL2 this year. And I really want to try to convince Stermling to be the rear gunner on that, but he gets really bad motion sickness. And I don't know how well he's going to do in the tilt-a-whirl in the back of that thing, spinning around and around and around. Hey, welcome to the stream, Farm Boy Work. Thank you so much. So does anybody know why this aircraft had such crazy wing loading and huge wings? Let's test some knowledge. So if you're familiar with the Fiesler Storch, this aircraft is a stall. You're right on that. It's very much like that. So the idea of this aircraft, normal one, not this one. Well, the engines don't suck. The engines are actually small and light for a reason. They would land these things basically anywhere they could. And they'd be kept near the front line. And the idea was that if you want to do basically daily recon, you could fly these out of anywhere, survey the battlefield, and then land. They don't need... You can almost use anything for a runway. What they later found a lot of use for is medevac. Thank you for 47 months, Vosper.
Thanks for the streams.
They're very good for being, flying ambulances to get in and out basically anywhere again. I know, like, people like, oh, this aircraft's terrible. These are the airplanes in World War II that I'm always, like, eerily fascinated by. So Kermit Weeks has a flying Fiesler Storch in Florida, and I was able to see that thing take off and land. And I swear that thing needs like 15 feet and it's up. It's the dumbest thing you've ever seen, right? While we're sitting there talking to him and his mechanic are actually leaning against the aircraft to make sure it doesn't roll off or take off. That's how light and how much wind those things get underneath the wings. As you're sitting there talking to people, you have to just lay on it so it doesn't just roll away or fly away. So the other one has a longer cockpit Darkslacker, and they just lay him down the back where the gunner would be. That's cool, Troy. I like to make it out to Chino at some point. I've seen on Kermit Weeks' YouTube channel, he uses his torch a lot just to get around. I've seen him land inside of a baseball, like a high school baseball stadium, which was funny, like a Little League baseball field he landed inside of. And then the funniest thing, talking about trolling, there was a bunch of kids flying RC planes near his facility at a little RC plane runway. He did a couple passes so that they knew he was going to land. And then he landed the Fiedler Storch on a RC runway and then took off on the RC runway. It's funny. That thing in and out of anywhere. In World War II, they would land those things on top of buildings. So the museum tours are gonna happen at some point. I'm gonna talk about this upcoming video here, but I tried to go a couple times in the spring and I missed the places kept having events, or they were the one day I actually made it over there in time, all the planes were taking off. So that's no good. The A-26, the B-29, and the C-47 were all taking off when I arrived. Nothing on a schedule, no air shows, they just took off. Just one Saturday flying away. So that wasn't great. And then I've been having a lot of knee and back issues. My back is absolutely torn up right now. So I'm hoping by January, February, I'm gonna try to get out and do more of that once I take care of my health. I know I talked a lot about it. I feel bad I haven't got anything out yet, but I've been literally, I have not been able to bend my back at all. And I've been hobbling around, so I'm gonna get healthy first, and then we'll get that going, I promise. God, those guns are so... It fires so, like, straight and fast. It's... I'm just gonna hang out over here. Hey, A.T. Smith.
Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!
Due to a certain heat wave in Europe right now, I finally get to watch you online. Hope the Dutch fans behaved themselves in Texas.
Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much for your generosity. The Dutch have been fantastic. We've had no issues with the Dutch. The English, though, they've been they had to be corralled out by some police. They were you know, the Dallas PD, I don't think really care for the English. The Japanese were great. I don't think there was any issues with them. The guns aren't hard to aim. They're just, I'm just not used to them firing so straight and fast. You know what I mean? It's just the thing of jumping from 20 mils to that. The 50 mils basically shoot like 50 cals, and I just wasn't adjusting to it. I want to do one more. No, I actually felt bad for him, Stealth Killer, because they weren't actually doing anything disruptive, or destructive. They were just congregating in public places and singing. And if, all right, here's the difference of culture. And I'm not, America is generally a safe place. The problem is Dallas. I grew up in Dallas, so I'm not trying to at all make Dallas sound super scary. But there's certain places in Dallas that you just don't go after like 6 or 7 p.m. and loiter and hang out, and especially crowds. We have a lot of gang violence, and so anytime DPD sees a large crowd sitting around, they're going to make them move on because they've had so many issues with shootings whenever people congregate. And unfortunately, our police didn't. I don't think our police did a great job here. I think it's either for their safety or they've just been so programmed by getting crowds to disperse before something happens that they were just trying to push the English. Every time the English would congregate and start singing, DPD would just try to get them to move on. And it's been a problem in my city I was born in and grew up in for 40 years. So, I'm not trying to speak for the police or organizers or anything, but I assume that was probably what's going on. DPD is, I have opinions about DPD, but they don't mess around with that stuff. Sorry, there's a lot of questions on both chats, so I'm gonna catch up. My mother, she's bedridden pretty bad right now. Her she's not very. We're hoping she has a doctor's appointment here in July, and I'm hoping we can finally convince her to get physical therapy. Her hip and knee have been keeping her basically bedridden, and she's losing strength and losing mobility, and it's not good. So we're gonna push her into that one way or another. My sister is actually gonna fly down in November, and basically yell at her until she does something because I'm not getting anywhere. So my sister's flying in from Seattle to for quote unquote visit, but it's actually intervention. Yeah, so I actually have something for Fredericksburg, Aaron, that I gotta take down there at some point. Sorry, these are gonna be very random conversations for a second. Let me catch up on this. So I actually talked to somebody who messaged me in the past on the channel that works at that museum, and I'm hoping to get some. This is gonna sound weird, but I really want to do a lot of filming on the M1K1 float they have there because that thing's incredibly rare and just freaking awesome. But my grandmother passed away 4 or 5 years ago, and she was a gunnery instructor for the Navy. She was what was called a wave. She was a sergeant in the wave, which women weren't allowed to join the Navy back then, but she joined the women's it's like, you know, like you've heard of WASP for the Air Force or the Army Air Force, Army Air Corps. She was a wave. And so she would instruct naval gunners on what was friend or foe aircraft. Anyway, I have her uniform. And I don't know how many wave uniforms exist. So I need to at some point reach out to them because I want to donate her uniform to their collection or archive if they want it. Because I don't know how many wave, you know what I mean? Anyway, so she was based out of San Diego when she did all that. Why not keep it? I don't keep things. I have a few things that my grandfather kept, and that's about it. What's unlikely aircraft to get added to War Thunder? So we're just talking about the OV-10 Bronco. I'd like that to be added. What are some other? The Thunder Screech would be hilarious if they ever added that, just because it would be awful. I'm thinking in my head, what else could they add? I'm thinking World War II stuff right now. Yeah, they've never added the TBM Avenger with the rockets. That'd be easy add. SBD-5 could be added. There's an A-36 right there. That is very scary. There's also the R2Y2 propeller version with the prop in the front and back, which would make more sense than the actual R2Y2. This is gonna hurt. Oh, he's not biting. Don't turn fight me. You don't want to do that. No, please. Did that to yourself. You did that to yourself. He's dead. And G50 burned all his fighting energy. Sorry, drives me nuts. Yeah, for sure, AT Smith. They just make everybody just have concussions on the ground. Are you talking about the chain lightning? Are you guys talking about in chat? That thing's freaking crazy. So, the thing is, Cannon Fodder, is that I've learned this the hard way. Because I felt like a lot of planes in the game shouldn't be as agile as they are. But I figured out that War Thunder basically bases the ability of turning off of wing loading. So the bigger the wings, the better the turn can plane, or the better the plane can turn. We speak better English. And if you want to know what I mean, look at the Aero Comet, that jet that has no business being a turn fighter. That thing has the biggest wings on it. And due to its wing loading, it can nearly turn fight zeros in this game. It's comical. Also, I love these guns. This is kind of mean. Have a good night, farm boy. Here we go. Don't turn fight me. Did I just not know what it is? Is that the problem right now? I don't know what's happening. We should not... We're gonna get an ace. No, I don't have it unlocked yet. No, I'm talking about the Aero Comet, not the Comet. The American jet. I'm not taking that head on. Absolutely not. Got him. That's an ace. I'm happy. That's all I wanted. Let's RTB before we run out of luck. Now it's the slow flight back home because we lost an engine. I like the 189 a lot, but I don't think this is supposed to be a ground attacker variant. There's no way I'm using this for ground. It's gonna be air RB all the way. I don't know if I could. I'm gonna try and ground RB, but man, this is silly in air RB. I love the other one too, but it has like 30 caliber machine guns, so it takes forever to kill something. Now that I actually have proper guns, this is fantastic. I'm gonna be a freaking menace. This might be my favorite plane of the patch, which is really dumb to say, but it's got, see, it's got two 15 mils and two machine guns. Well, we won't be landing with landing gear because we don't have any. Pray for that condor. That's all I have to say is pray for that condor. And all the souls on board. Oh, he got it. That was a little rough, but he got it. Zoom climb. You think he's impressed? It feels exactly the same. It feels exactly the same. This was a plane that was meant to compete with the HS-129 for a ground attacking role for the German Air Force. This variant of it. Would you guys like it if I did a little history video on it when we do the video on this? I'm gonna hopefully get it out this weekend, like Sunday maybe. I've talked about it before on the channel, but I can do a newer version. I'd be kind of repeating what I said like 8 years ago, but that was 8 years ago. Thanks, alright, Troy. It come and goes, you know what I mean? It feels better, and then I move a certain way, and then I scream in pain, and, you know, continue on. We haven't tried to sync around RB yet. Wait, did the Condor left chat? I don't know what happened. Oh, according to the doctor, I have degenerative, I have 3 vertebrae that are degenerative, he said. And then I just kind of tuned out when he started talking. No! Yeah, this is not a good situation. We killed 5. I'm still proud. I'm still proud. This should never get 5 air kills. It started back in like November, Cannon. And I don't know if it's because I just moved, like picked up something or twisted something wrong or whatever. I like to blame the highways of Texas for this because every time I go to DFW, it feels like my back is being hit by a sledgehammer. The roads are just terrible on 280. But like for most of November, there was a couple of days there I was completely bedridden. Like there was 2 days that I just laid there. I don't know if anybody's ever had this. Back pain is the worst thing ever. Basically, I just laid on the bed and I couldn't even like roll left or right. I couldn't move my head. I couldn't move my arms, anything. Any movement just felt like I was being just a knife being stabbed in my back and pain shooting down my leg. And it would take, like, if I wanted to roll over, like if I was stuck on my stomach or my back, if I wanted to roll over to a new position, it would take like 45 minutes of like micro movements to roll over. It is the worst pain. I can't explain this pain. You can't do anything. Now I would say I'm at 60-70%. Like I can move around, I can get up and down, I can do most things. It's just for some reason certain movements are picking up certain things a certain way, or coughing or sneezing just feels like you know, being punched in the back. But yeah, I'm gonna go in for another CT scan. They're gonna see. They keep doing X-rays and CT scans, and they can't come up with a definitive answer. They gave me muscle relaxers, and I haven't taken them. I'm trying not to, but if it ever gets to that point again where I'm just completely stuck like that and just frozen and can't move, I at least have those on hand if that ever arises again. But I'm just trying to like rehabilitate it, let it mend, keep moving. I know what I want to try next. We need a 6-7 lineup, which is Marmot's favorite battle rating.
Didn't know it's been that long, holy crap.
Never 7 months to work. I'll talk about all this stuff when a video comes up soon. We're ready. You know what? I've heard everybody say that I've never, how I put this, every person that's had back surgery or knows somebody has back surgery said that, like, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never heard a story of somebody getting back surgery that said, wow, I feel so much better. This thing looks so strange. That's what I hear a lot, Swamp Thing. Yeah, the fusing and the rods and stuff, like, it helps, but also you lose a lot. Thank you so much for the 50 months trans.
Howdy boat company and chat. Fucking 50 months stam over 4 years lol. Also speaking of surgeries, my dad's shoulder plus small bit of back surgery got called off because he has to have a blockage found and removed so that it'll be safe to do his main surgery.
I wish him luck. Sounds really bad. Left? Go left. This thing is so loud. Where'd that go? We're gonna try and cross right and barricade ourselves in here. Did I even see it blow up? For 15 years, 7 operations. Holy cow, Gus! I'm glad it worked out though. I don't know. I don't know if your boy Bo can do 7 operations. I give him props for that. Here's something either front left. Oh man, that's horrible. Jeez. I actually had a spinal fusion surgery about 7 months ago and actually feel much better with no pain. Love the content you make. Keep up. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad it works for some people. Man, that stuff scares me. I don't want that. Ugh. I got nothing but respect for you guys. They'd have to like sedate me and tie me down. So if I needed that type of back surgery, that probably wouldn't take much to sedate or tie me down. Yeah, the premiums are just expensive. Like they've went up in price again. They're like $80. And they're not. They're just. It's a lot. Like. We could talk a lot about them. I kind of went to a rant earlier and lost my mind. also getting destroyed this match. The T-58 is awesome. I love that thing. And it irritates people. If you do happen to buy any War Thunder Premiums, I'd really appreciate if you use the affiliate link. You get a decal, and I get 3%, and that helps a lot with the channel. Just saying. What am I missing? Oh, I swapped rounds. I'm an idiot. I accidentally swapped rounds. I'm like, why? I'm like, why is... Oh, idiot. I fat fingered the wrong button. Same thing, Mace. Everything you buy through that affiliate link, I get 3% of. On sale, non sale, whatever it is. All right. This is a terrible match. Holy cow. Terrible. Ah. Yeah, let's get out. This round never happened. Yikes. I don't like what they did with it either. I think that map would be a lot better if it was north to south attacking through the city versus that east to west stuff. I hate it. The update is meh. It's not super exciting. It's not super bad. There is 2 or 3. There's about 5 big bugs they need to patch out real quickly. Hello, Solar. Oh, this is not good. We were also firing the wrong it loaded the wrong shell too. That might have been me though, not paying attention. I'm starting to get hungry and I'm falling apart here. I don't know about that, Mace. I believe I was reading the other night because I was reviewing what books I had on it. I believe it said that the Brumbear and a couple other things are all based on the Leaf and Panther 4 chassis. I don't know which one was used for what though, because they did a lot of modifications. But I believe if I read correctly, if I remember correctly, Brumbear and Hummel are off of the same exact design. And then I don't know about the others. I'm sorry. There's also an ammo carrying version of the Hummel too. So one day I need this to like a book stream for you. I could put together Amazon created list, I guess. Most of the stuff I get because I grab it. I grab it because I need it, or I grab it because I know I'll need it, and some of the stuff I have to hunt down. The KV8 books I had to go through weird hoops to get. Ordering them from other countries on eBay. I can make a list like that. Where would I put it though? Start the Bowtime Book Club. Instead of Eat, Pray, Love, it's Dresden. There is a tank sitting right there. Ooh. No, that was a great shot. Damn it. Where? Alright, there's 3 of them, so I don't feel too bad. Why are we having such bad luck? You know what, we're just gonna be artillery. Or anti-air artillery. That's what we're gonna be. Here's a question. I don't know how you feel about it. Do you think War Thunder should make these things... Most maps are not big enough for indirect fire. This map, maybe? I don't actually know if you could indirect fire this thing on this map. But it'd be interesting if War Thunder ever added an actual artillery computer where you could just go like, oh, somebody spot something here. Click there, the thing auto aims, and then you can just lob HE shells on where the scout mark is. I don't know if that'd be something people want or not. It'd be very World of Tanks-ish, but... The problem is, though, is that, like, you just sit and spawn. So, I don't think that's great either, though. He did not already get shot down, did he? I'm so far... Oh, this thing, come on. I'm starting to see why it's at 6.7. I hear the plane. I'm thinking I don't like this gun. I don't know. I'm struggling. It is, but also, I don't usually struggle this hard with these things. Alright, let's hold fire. But if the RD spawns so far away, it could never be engaged by everybody else. It's just dumb. It's the same problem with the end of every World Tanks match, where everybody has to rush into the enemy spawn to find the artillery pieces that are hiding and running. Which I'd rather not see this game have that issue. If the RD doesn't drown themselves. True. Planes are back. I'm not saying that was a great shot, but not infusing. I don't know where I'm shooting. That was clear and missed. He went left. I aimed a little bit too far to the right. Oh, somebody smacked him. Type 99 didn't. What's the fly Panzer firing at? Somebody's turret just went flying. I want to shoot down a plane so bad. Where is the guy on Charlie? That is 600, so let's push that out to... Oh. Not that. Where's our guy? Sitting there. Okay. That's new and exciting. You know, I've shot down more planes with Flacky the Flatbutts than I have with this thing, so let's leave Flacky alone. Thank you so much for 3 months, Stantos. How you doing? Right there, right there. We were gonna get our first kill. Come on, we finally see something. Damn it. So disappointing. Everton must URL. Oh, there's the new T90 I forgot about. I'm gonna say I don't try to be a complete ass about Russia, but I always love how they put these like, you know, these sheet metal gun shields around the gun because it looks so futuristic, but it's a 60, 70-year-old machine gun underneath it. But it looks, you know, looks from the 2000s with that shield around it, you know. I can make fun of them. I need inspiration to run something. Hummel? Back to Hummel? There's more. I don't have everything unlocked, Rusher. Worst awful opinion of a star country? I'd say probably low tier France is pretty rough, or low tier Japan. I mean, there's some usable things in it, but it could be a bit brutal. I know it is, Camp. I'm just saying it does make it look like it's newer and futuristic when it's, you know, the same thing underneath it. You want to fly that in air RB or ground RB? Talking about this thing. Let's take it to ground. I don't want to replace my poor HE219 though. They have skins for this. No? That's very Argentinian. Oh. That's cool, right? Yeah. I didn't buy all of them, I just bought the one. Yeah, but we're not putting weird shrouds over things, Colonel Blood. I'm just making fun of the, like, the trend of all the new turrets look like that. I think my point was missed here. I didn't make it very well. Oh my gosh, it's Hummel and Hummel violence. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just making fun of how, just, anyway. It's not about that, though. It wasn't a joke about the M2 or the Cord or Dishka or PKM or any of the systems being outdated or adequate. I'm just saying how, on like T14s and newer T90s and stuff, they put the silly shroud over it. Because a lot of German things, other things have to do the same thing. I'd say Monarch's 20 years now. That's a brave Puma. That's a dead Puma. What motley crew of vehicles over here? C34 is alright. Good at bullying chaffies that get out of line. Yeah, so about that sneaky is I was actually trying to make that video last night, and channel has been plagued with the most difficult, weird issues known to man the past 6 months. Patch night, I was gonna make you guys a Hummel video. We get started, Thor joins the channel, and immediately my audio receiver for my SteelSeries headset, every time Thor talked, it would back the volume down. I wasn't touching it, I wasn't changing anything. The physical dial would just start turning down. And then I'd turn it back up, and then like 10 seconds later it would turn down, or a minute later. And so for some reason, my headset would just auto-mute itself. So I couldn't hear anything. I bought it next day, aired a new headset. It should be here tomorrow, and then hopefully tomorrow we get the Hummel video recorded. I'll have it out Saturday, but I apologize for not having a patch video out quickly this time, but one of those things that's out of my control. I had about 3 different people try to troubleshoot it. We all came up with the same conclusion: it's freaking cursed. I cannot say enough bad things about SteelSeries. No! Him and his pesky reload. If you slay me, I'm just gonna go to the air and come back and find you. Hello, Adam. The Ram is Canadian. It's built off the M3 Lee. What's very exciting though is I spent way too much money this week. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. So I got 2 big shelves coming from IKEA tomorrow to put some of the models and stuff, and then I got all those. I got the Y-wing and the other stuff that we gotta build yet for models on stream. But I got 2 big glass display shelves that are gonna go to my left here in the office so that we can start putting that stuff on. And then there's gonna be lots of room for new stuff, which would be kind of cool. And then I bought a... Holy God, you guys weren't kidding about those things. I bought a standing desk, really nice standing desk, to basically make into an area that I can stream without having a computer or a bunch of other stuff in the way. Hold on. Good Lord, those rockets. That was intense. Anyway. So, bought the standing desk, right? Bought a... This turned out to be so much more expensive than I thought. I went to Lacius to talk about microphone options, because I need a microphone for when we do the... We're gonna do a stream one day where maybe I cook some barbecue and we let the dogs hang out outside in the evening in early July. I bought some dog toys and treats for them, and you know, we'll just set up a couple cameras and you guys can watch the dogs and we'll just hang out and chill out there. So I was trying to find a microphone that would work well outside but also work well for model building for those streams. And I was like, oh yeah, I just want a $65 mic or a $100 mic, or nope, Lacey has turned me on to the most expensive SteelSeries shotgun mic he could find. So that's sitting on my kitchen table. I mean, I agreed to buy it. He won me over. And then I was like, well, crap, I'm not super happy. You guys remember the 1080 camera that just looks like crap when we try to do the previous stream? I was always kind of fuzzy and just out of focus. He's gone. Sorry. I did get that retro. We'll have to talk about your choices of dog toys. Sorry, what else is there? New mic arm, new camera arms, new webcam, 4K webcam. What else did I buy? I don't even remember now. It should be freaking badass though when we're done. I'm excited. What I need to find though, if anybody has a recommendation, I need something to put down as a mat or a surface on top of the new desk for model building, so if we get glue or paint, I don't trash this really expensive desk. And my trashy stuff would just use cardboard, but we should probably use something nicer. Tin foil, just aluminum foil my entire desk. What is fancy cardboard? I was thinking maybe something a little more permanent. Pokemon cards, you know what? That pack of Pokemon cards we bought and opened could be used for that, because that wasn't worth crap. Alright, sir. If you anger the Hetzer, you die to the Hetzer. I forgot to put a face up. Hi, yes, hi. Medieval rabbits? What? Self-healing silicone cutting mat? Sounds cool. Alright, I think we have about 2 or 3 more matches in me, and then I need to do something for dinner and start working on some new stuff here, so. I think we take Broom Bear. I bet you somebody's gonna spawn a Hummel right next to us. I'm gonna show you what I mean by the lower hole, the chassis, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, here, see? Oh, this thing's got side skirts, but you gotta see, right? Like, they're very much the same length. You know what I mean? Sorry, Hetzer. That might also be on the same chassis. Now I want to know about more of how many things are on this exact length and Panzer IV chassis, exactly. That's its own? Well, sad. It looks similar. What is happening here? Bum-bum. That was loud. That's high. Well, we can stay and eat some shots for a bit. I haven't shot this thing in a while, and I am just, that was way over and way under. Here, Bo, just range it. Take your time. Hi. You're in the 400. Still calm about 400. I don't know where that one went. That felt like that went behind again. 350. Now there's a Sherman there. Oh my god, there's also a guy right there. Oh, they're all here. Well, now they're in optimal firing range. 2 feet away. That wasn't what we shot, by the way. We shot at Churchill. I think the M19 knew I was bad, and he just wanted to make sure I knew I was bad. His mission was accomplished. I have no idea. I just want to find something that looks good on stream. You know what I mean, I'm trying to make like a nice professional setup. That's you know, that's the dream. So whatever looks better on camera. Something probably not glossy. Reusable will be good. How much of a laser are these? Okay. These are quite silly. And they're so strong too. Oh, planes are on us. We're fine. Just trim it out. Just trim it out. Very angry Q100. Yeah, both gonna stress eat after playing like this. Very nice pizza. Feel better. Feel better pizza. Well, you can't miss this guy. Alright, let's get off the street. I'm sorry. Alright, what should we run for our last match? Term straight? I agree. It's so much life to live and just it ain't happening. What a lineup that is too. All right, where are we gonna play this? Hey, yeah, die X me under T. You deserve that for rushing ahead of your team. Oh, they're pushing. They are pushing. Alright, didn't kill him, but that stopped him. Oh, come on. Gunner loader, like it. Smoke, not helpful. I mean, of course, like, I know, but yeah, anyway. Stop, my God, homie. They know where you are. You're not hiding. You're just preventing us from firing out. Back up. Oh, he's dead. Alright, there's 3 of them there. It's sitting right there. Cracked, he's dead. Is this way safer? No. 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 I ain't fighting that. I'm trying to mark on map, but it's not letting me. Oh, we got a cannon breach. Happy days. Please move up. Please move up. Time is of the essence right now. He will come back and he will be mad. How many T-58s are there? A repaired. There was another one. Yeah, there it is. I was like, there's something else over there too. We need to release the true menace. They are on sale, and if you'd like a T-58, please be sure to use our War Thunder affiliate link. Huh? See? Hurt my soul to say that. I want to learn how to drive one so I don't hit a tree rusher. I tried to make lunch today and I ended up feeding it to the dogs. Yeah, so we're not fighting him. Enjoy your time. You missed! You missed! Goodbye! Bully! Weasel's the best tank in the freaking game. If you don't believe me, you just don't understand. Except, why is the T-58's barrel made out of hardened titanium? I just wanted to nibble on it, and the man shot me for it. Well, be nice. Be nice. I was gonna say those nibbles were the most action he's seen in a while, but I decided to be nice. Do we just yeet the weasel full speed down the main road at them again? This was a great mistake. This was a great mistake. That road's closed. These heavy tanks do realize they have machine guns, right, that could easily kill me. I'm starting to feel like they're just shooting me for sport. Yeah, but how do I want to use VT-12? Suicidally or smartly? I have no idea where that was. It also makes me sad that pinned me so easily. Oh, we've never seen him. Oh, we've never seen him. Smartly is me sitting back and using that thing as a proper tank destroyer. Dumbly would be using it as a race car, which I wanted to do, but I thought we'd play smart and sit back. Got killed. Hey, look, it's another T-58. It is CJV. It's C-58s. I don't know why I thought coming to this battle ring would be fun. America's bully battle rating, and we're not with the Americans. That guy had a tow missile, so that's fun. Absolutely not. No. Is it just a heavy tank collection? Alright, we'll call it there. It's so many T-58s, T-10s, and 103s. Sir Bosses, like what? Everybody brought a heavy tank. I didn't get the memo. Are you enjoying the World Cup right now? I haven't watched any games. I've been enjoying the shorts and clips that are coming out of it. I'm glad to see people are having fun. All right, folks, I need to call it there because I need food and I need to get a couple things done tonight. It's Heavy Tank Thursday. Yeah, it is ammo. I will catch y'all later. Have a great night. Have a good weekend. And I will catch you guys later.